Annyeong Buzz, welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into everything K-pop, past, present, and future. Today I've got an exciting update about Stray Kids that's not just news. It's another major milestone added to their already impressive legacy. So let's talk about this huge achievement first. On July 14th, JYP Entertainment officially announced that Stray Kids' music video for Megaverse has surpassed 100 million views on YouTube. That's right. Another video crossing the massive 9-digit mark. But what makes this even crazier is that this isn't their only one. With Megaverse now hitting that mark, Stray Kids has accumulated a total of 1.6 billion views across all their music videos that passed the 100M line. Let's pause on that for a second. 1.6 billion views. Not million, billion. That's not just numbers on a screen. That's millions of fans hitting replay, recommending it to friends, reacting, analyzing, creating covers, edits, fan art, you name it. Stray Kids has now joined the 100 million club with not just Megaverse, but also fan-favorite MVs like New Menu, Backdoor, Miroch, My Pace, Sorikun, Maniac, S-Class, Thunderous, La 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 La, and Chuck Boom, all reaching that incredible milestone. At this point, Stray Kids isn't just making hits. They're building a legacy of iconic moments that the fandom can rally around. Now, let's rewind a bit to understand the build-up to this moment. Megaverse was released back in November 2023 as part of their mini-album Rockstar. And if you've been following Stray Kids for a while, you probably know that the core creative engine of the group, consisting of Bang Chan, Changbin, and Han, was behind this track too. Megaverse stood out immediately. The beat is stripped down and minimal, but the tempo constantly shifts, pulling you in deeper with each verse. And the rap delivery? It's like watching a storm. Chaotic, fast, intense, but controlled. Classic 3RACHA energy, honestly. But what took it to the next level was the music video. The MV isn't your usual K-pop aesthetic. It plays out like a full-on action movie, with surreal visuals that take us across time and space, almost like a sci-fi thriller. The visual storytelling feels like something out of a Christopher Nolan movie. I mean, there are scenes that make you want to pause and rewatch just to catch all the symbolism. When I first watched it, I remember feeling a bit overwhelmed, but in a good way. You know that rare feeling when something feels so creatively dense you can't quite describe it in one word? That's Megaverse. You don't just watch it, you experience it. And now, clearly, the world has been watching it again and again. Now, let's talk about the fans. You all really showed up for this one. The fandom reaction when the 100 million mark was reached? Absolutely electric. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, you name it, it was filled with celebration posts, fan edits, memes, and emotional throwbacks to when the video first dropped. For a lot of fans, Megaverse feels personal. It came out during a time when Stray Kids was pushing artistic boundaries, especially with the Rockstar era. It wasn't about chasing trends, it was about solidifying their own sound, and it really paid off. And don't forget, Stray Kids isn't even slowing down. They're literally in the middle of their Dominate World Tour. As of now, their next stops are Frankfurt on the 15th and London on the 18th and 19th. Imagine that. Hitting 100M views in the middle of a world tour? That's insane synergy. From a K-pop industry perspective, I think this milestone says a lot. Stray Kids is no longer just a top 4th-gen group. At this point, they're a standard setter. Every time they release a song, it feels like a statement, and the numbers are consistently backing it up. Whether it's their aggressive production style, unapologetic lyrics, or dynamic visuals, Stray Kids keeps proving that they aren't trying to fit the mold, they're reshaping it. Let me ask you this. What do you think made Megaverse so impactful? Was it the lyrics, the beat, the visuals, or something else entirely? And how does it rank in your list of favorite Stray Kids MVs? I'd love to read your thoughts in the comments because I feel like this track sparked something different in the fandom. Let's keep the momentum going and dig even deeper into the impact of this milestone, not just for Stray Kids, but for the K-pop scene as a whole. So here's something I think we really need to talk about. It's 3RACHA's role in this entire success. It's not every day that you see an idol group where the members are so heavily involved in creating their own music from scratch. Bangchan, Changbin, and Han didn't just write lyrics or tweak melodies, they built Megaverse from the ground up. And that's not a one-time thing. They've done it over and over again, consistently producing for Stray Kids' discography. This level of creative autonomy is a game changer. Because while many idol groups rely on outsourced producers and writers, Stray Kids is crafting music that comes from within the group itself. That makes every beat, every lyric, every concept feel more authentic. You can feel the sweat and intention behind it. Megaverse isn't just a cool song, it's a piece of Stray Kids' identity. This approach is starting to ripple through the industry. More and more 4th and 5th gen groups are talking about self-producing, but let's be real, Stray Kids walked so others could run. And the numbers don't lie. You don't pull 100 million views from thin air. It takes artistry, strategy, and connection with fans. Speaking of fans, this is a moment for Stays to really feel proud, not just because of the views, but because you were part of building this success. Every stream, every tweet, every share helped turn Megaverse into what it is today. I've seen so many fans talk about how this MV helped them through tough times or made them feel inspired. And honestly, that's what separates a viral hit from a meaningful one. Megaverse is layered with emotion, chaos, and brilliance, just like life. And I think that's why people keep coming back to it. Now, here's something I want to throw out there. What do you think the next 100M Stray Kids MV will be? La 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 and Chak Boom have already passed the mark, but with their world tour in full swing, is it possible that a live performance or a B-side MV could explode next? And let's also talk about the visuals in Megaverse. That cinematic, action-packed vibe? It's rare in K-pop to see such high-concept sci-fi elements woven into a music video that well. It wasn't just flashy effects, it had storytelling. It felt like each member was moving through their own dimension, but somehow they all connected by the end. It's kind of symbolic, don't you think? Like each of them represents different facets of reality, past, present, future. But when they come together, they create a powerful new universe, the Megaverse. Personally, I think this is one of their boldest MVs to date. It doesn't rely on bright colors or trendy choreography shots. It dares to be gritty, disorienting, and even a little abstract. That takes guts, especially in an industry that often plays it safe to appeal to the masses. But Stray Kids never really played it safe, right? From God's Menu to Maniac, they've always leaned into chaos and made it their strength. Megaverse just proves that again, but this time on a whole new level. And now with the Dominate World Tour continuing, more fans across the globe are going to witness that energy live. Imagine seeing Megaverse performed in person, with those tempo shifts and that intensity hitting you in real time. It's not just a concert, it's a movement. So, to wrap up, this 100 million view milestone isn't just about one song or one video. It's about the evolution of Stray Kids as artists and how they continue to challenge the norms of K-pop with every comeback. Megaverse is proof that when you take risks, stay authentic, and trust your creative instincts, you can build something timeless. Now it's your turn. Tell me in the comments, what scene in the Megaverse MV hit you the hardest? And how do you think 3RACHA's style is shaping the future of K-pop production? I'll be reading and replying, as always. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to stick around because we've got more evergreen K-pop content coming your way every week. Until next time, this has been Anyang Buzz, and remember, no one does it like Stray Kids, because Stray Kids everywhere all around the world.